All right, let's talk about something I know many of you have been thinking about. You're watching India's incredible growth story unfold, and you want in. But there's always that hesitation about currency risk. Well, this right here is for you. We are going to break down an absolute game changer for investing in India's top companies, all in US dollars.
It's a classic problem, right? You see the massive potential in one of the world's fastest-growing economies, but you're constantly worried about what the dollar-to-rupee exchange rate is going to do to your returns. It just adds this whole layer of stress and risk you really don't need. And trust me, it's a valid concern I hear from clients all the time.
Because let's be honest, this is the headache you've had to put up with. First, you get nicked by conversion costs just sending your money over. Then, the whole time you're invested, you're sitting there hoping the currency doesn't move against you. And when you finally want to cash out, you face the same costs and risks all over again, not to mention trying to figure out a pretty complex tax situation. It's just a hassle.
But what if you could just skip all that? What if there was a direct path? Well, there is. And the solution starts with a place called Gift City. And no, it's not just some idea on a whiteboard. It's a real, functioning financial center, built from the ground up for global investors, built for you.
So what is this place, really? Put simply, Gift City is an actual city in Gujarat. But think of it like a special financial zone. It's this dedicated area inside India that gets to play by a whole different set of rules, rules that are much more aligned with how global finance works. And the engine that makes Gift City run is its special rule book, known as the IFSC. I know, another acronym, but this one's the key. Think of the IFSC as a regulatory framework specifically designed to compete with big hubs like Singapore or Dubai. Its entire purpose is to make it incredibly easy for foreign money to flow into India.
And that brings us to the star of the show, Gift Nifty. What is it? You get the exact same exposure to the top 50 Indian companies you'd get in the regular Nifty 50 index. But, and this is the revolutionary part, it trades and settles entirely in US dollars. Let that sink in for a second. It's the Indian market priced in your currency.
So let's put them side by side. Because for someone investing from overseas, the differences aren't just minor tweaks, they change everything.
Okay, this table really spells it out. You can see right away it's designed for foreign investors. The trading hours are nearly 21 hours a day, so it overlaps with markets in the US and Europe. No more waking up at crazy hours. But the most important line, the absolute knockout punch, is at the bottom. Settlement currency, US dollars. That one change makes the entire currency headache just disappear.
Okay, theory is one thing. Let's make this super concrete. We're going to walk through a quick hypothetical scenario. Let's say you're investing $10,000. Let's see the real difference this makes.
So, here's the old way. You start with your 10 grand in dollars. Right away, bam, you lose a chunk to conversion fees just to turn it into rupees. You invest. Then when you sell, you're holding a pile of rupees and basically just crossing your fingers that the exchange rate hasn't tanked before paying another fee to get your dollars back. There are just so many places where your return can get eaten away.
Now, contrast that with the Gift Nifty way. It's just clean. It's beautiful. You invest dollars, you get your exposure to the Indian market, and when you sell, you get dollars back. Full stop. All those extra steps, all those fees, all that risk, gone.
So what does that mean in real-world numbers? Just by avoiding those round-trip conversion fees, you could be looking at saving over $250 on a pretty small investment. That's real money that stays in your pocket instead of getting lost in the plumbing.
But honestly, saving on fees is just the appetizer. The benefits get even better when we start talking about taxes.
See, the whole system in Gift City was deliberately designed with huge tax benefits to attract people just like you. For eligible investments, we're talking about capital gains that can be completely exempt. The same can go for income from derivatives. This isn't some loophole, it's a core feature of the system. Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds great, maybe a little too great. Is this a stable, robust market? And the answer is a resounding yes. To understand why, you got to look at the big picture. Why India even built this in the first place.
I mean, it's a fair question, right? Why go through the enormous effort and expense of building a whole new financial city with its own rulebook? Well, there's a very smart, very strategic reason. For years, India had this sort of brain drain of capital. If an Indian fund wanted to attract foreign money with a dollar-based product, they couldn't do it from Mumbai or Delhi. They had to go set up shop in Singapore or Dubai. And that meant all the jobs, all the tax revenue, all the fees were leaving the country. So the solution was actually pretty brilliant.
India decided, hey, instead of losing all this business to other countries, let's just build our own world-class hub right here. They created an environment with flexible, competitive rules to bring all of that business back home.
And here is why that is so important for you. That same flexibility doesn't just benefit you, it's exactly what attracts the big players, the massive foreign institutional investors. Having them in the market provides deep liquidity and stability. It makes the whole ecosystem robust and secure for everyone involved.
So let's just boil this all down. After all that, what's the bottom line for you, the investor?
It means you get direct, clean access to the incredible growth of the Indian market.
But, and this is the magic part, it's priced and settled in your home currency, the US dollar.
And the whole thing is wrapped up in a package with potentially huge tax advantages. I mean, that's a powerful combination. So really, the final question is for you. When you think about it, with the currency risk taken off the table, the process massively simplified, and powerful tax incentives built right in, you have to ask yourself, is Gift Nifty the modern, smart gateway to India you've been waiting for?